At the Bugolobi residence of the Dokolo woman member of parliament, Cecilia Ogwal, a void created by her death is visible, more so with the body yet to be brought back home from India, where she died on Thursday morning. The former Minister for Ethics, Miriam Matembe, with whom they shared common traits in championing women's rights, as politicians stand up to condole with the family. Matembe narrates that her election to parliament to represent Barara was because the electorate deemed her a formidable person to tackle Cecilia Ogwal.
People were campaigning and saying, you people, you have to send Matembe to the Constituent Assembly because she's the one who can confront and face Cecilia Ogwal. Because they knew Cecilia Ogwal was a mighty warrior.
However, once in parliament, they became friends despite their differing political affiliations, their friendship strengthened by the desire to champion women's rights.
When it came to the issues of women in the constitution, she used to come and say, okay, now Miriam, tell me, what are we going to say on this one? And she would listen and I tell her what she's going to say, and then she would go and defend that, and me and her defend it together.
But there were moments where they disagreed. This included the issue of the creation of women and youth councils, which she says Cecilia Ogwal opposed for fear that the councils would be hijacked by the ruling party. Matembe regrets disagreeing with Ogwal on the formation of the councils, as it turned out that the Dokolo woman member of parliament was right in believing that the councils would work for the ruling party.
Exactly what Mama Sisi had told me is what happened, because really, women councils and even youth councils, do you see them? They captured them, they manipulate them, they exploit them to the extent they even sacrifice their own interests for the interests of those exploiters.
Matembe challenged women to emulate Cecilia Ogwal, who despite her political work was committed to God and raised a family.
You know, some women think that when they are in politics, when they are ministers, when they are what, they abandon their families, they are just killing society, and yet this is evidence that the most powerful woman who could speak truth power, who does not fear, who is vibrant, she could do all that and at the same time succeed at her family level.
Health Minister Jane Ruth Acheng, who like Ogwal hails from Lango, commended the disease for her contribution to the health sector and called for better equipping of the cancer unit.
One of her last very strong advocacy was on the issue of having a PET scan in Uganda Cancer Institute. Even before she was flown to India, she kept on insisting that that PET scan must be put up this year. And I do hope it will come to pass. So we'll miss her.
A harmonized week-long funeral program released by Parliament shows that the body will return home from India this Sunday.
It is also a long tradition in Parliament that the institution takes a center stage in organizing the send-off of a sitting member, and I'm saying a sitting member of Parliament, and Imate has been a sitting member.
The body will be transferred to Parliament on Monday for a special plenary sitting before heading to her Bugolobi home for vigil. A funeral service is planned at All Saints Cathedral, Nakasero on Tuesday before the cottage heads to Dokolo for a vigil at a Dog sub-county on Wednesday. The Dokolo District Council will then pay tribute to her before her body is transferred to her country home in Lira. The body will then be moved to Kole District on Thursday. On Friday, there will be a church service and public viewing at her home in Alito village in Kole District, with burial expected on Saturday. Jackson Onyango, NTV.